Okay, I think it's good. All right, welcome in everybody, welcome in. Hopefully this actually works. What's going on, Svetlana, Big Stu? How's it going, guys? How's it going, everyone? Cool, I think my biggest worry was the audio, but it sounds like I think we're good. Cool, so yeah, we're about 30 minutes or so from departures, which will be nice. So hopefully this goes good this time around. I'm hoping this works. I kind of threw this all together this morning just to try to, I don't know, change things up a little bit. So hopefully, this goes well. If it does, I'll do this more often. It seems really cool. Glad to see Star. Yeah, I love Star. That was an awesome ship. Yeah, only 2 ships here today. Honestly, it's kind of dead right now this time of year. September and October are kind of like the slowest months for Port Canaveral. Especially with Mardi Gras this year. She's actually in dry dock. I think she's done pretty soon. But yeah, like yesterday was only 3 ships, and one of them was actually Mine Shift 1, I think. Did get out here to see that one though, but that's always an interesting one to have. But yeah, like without Mardi Gras here, it's kind of slow. Cool. Yeah, I know there's a few other people that do live streaming around here. I've kind of seen them.
In about 30 minutes, we're going to be getting underway. Started at Seas, CT1, hit map out for C. Just checking on your status. Taking spuds now, Cap. We'll be moving to
See what
north,
they're
clear
saying
the
on the
channel,
radio.
the wires down, request slow bill. Okay, understood. I'll give you a shot once we're underway. How's that, Cap? Thank you.
Nice. All right, yeah, so we're about 30 minutes from Star. Excited for more cruise ships coming soon in November. Yeah, I know. It's going to be packed this winter. It's going to be awesome. I think relatively soon we should be getting, Mardi Gras will be back soon. Next month we get both Norwegian ships. Actually, fun fact, I guess you guys will hear it first, but I was on Brilliant Lady a couple of days ago for the Mermaiden tour is what they called it, but the inaugural agent and media preview of it. But through my friends over at Cruises they're my affiliates, or who I'm affiliated with now. They were able to get me that, and they're also now able to get me some tours on Norwegian Prima and Joy as soon as they come in. Hi, Dimitri. Welcome in. Hey, Darlene. How's it going? But yeah, a lot of ship tours will be picking up soon. Like, it's unfortunate because now the Utopia vlogs are done, so I don't have a whole lot to post. I know I have the Brilliant Lady footage, and I'm going to try to see what I can get out of that. See if I can go back and revisit some footage of Star and make a couple of tips type of videos from that. But we'll see how it goes. but I gotta have something hold me over for at least a little bit, because then we have Wonder literally less than a month from, I guess 4 weeks from today, or 4 weeks-ish, is Wonder of the Seas out of Miami. Things will start picking up a lot finally at that point, because then I'll have a Wonder tour, Wonder vlogs, Norwegian Prima and Joy tours. So it is Star and Seashore today. Yeah, I just went to Miami the other day for Brilliant Lady. We stayed on the ship until midnight-ish. So we kind of missed the departures that day and didn't really get a whole lot of footage of the actual ships other than what I was seeing on board the ship. But yeah, I do want to get back down to Miami soon. Once things start picking up here soon, and I'll try to get to Fort Lauderdale maybe. I do want to see Allure now that she's been redone. That camera is moving around a lot. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're getting close to departures here. Probably so my plan is, and this is kind of why I'm doing it, I'm pretty much pinging my hotspot onto an iPad, and that's what you're seeing right now is footage from the iPad. But my goal is to be able to still film my YouTube videos, like the actual video of departures for YouTube and TikTok, and do this at the same time. That's my goal, at least. In Boston, there was Liberty of the Seas. Oh, I love Liberty. That's such a nice ship. She's getting redone soon. Honestly, it's not that toasty here. It's only like 80 and breezy, as you can see by the shaky camera. IRL ship spotting, hello. Trying to catch Brilliance. Is Brilliance up in Boston? Or where is Brilliance? Up in Boston, very cool. I need to do like a northern cruise like that. That's one thing I want to try to like work on in the future, is doing more adventurous cruises. It's like, as much fun as all these like weekend getaway cruises are, only going away for like 3 days, I'd like to see the West Coast again. Like to go to maybe see Bermuda once. Maybe Canada, New England. Very nice, very nice. Let's see, make sure oh, sweet. All right, this isn't killing my battery or anything like that on the iPad or the phone. Oh. It's kind of crappy quality though. If I could zoom out just a little bit, clear it up. Or it could be just that I'm using an iPad. Eh. Going to Miami to look at the cruise ships in November. Nice. Oh, whoops. Just kicked the tripod. Is anybody in the chat been on Star yet? Or MSC? Oh, we got something from the pilots. I know, Justin, I know. You got to let people join in first before the ships start going. It'd be a 5-minute live stream if you just started as the ships were coming by. Yeah, I'm full of good points. Dwayne going on Star in January. Very cool. Awesome. I loved the Star. That is by far my favorite ship. On Seashore, Seaside, and World Europa. I would love to do a world class. I haven't done Seaside. I've done Seashore and Seascape, but not Seaside, which is smaller. I do want to do a world class though. If I can get the opportunity, hopefully sometime next year, I will absolutely do it. Next Sunday for the Halloween cruise. Ooh, very nice. I've never done a Halloween cruise. I'll try to be here for that. I'll try to be here and try to live stream and film it. I don't think I'm doing anything next weekend other than being here, so I should have no problem coming out for that. Star's an amazing ship, though. You'll really enjoy it. Rising Sun, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think the weather's calming down. The weather's calming down. Late October isn't too bad. That's kind of like the tail end of it. It's been a relatively quiet hurricane season to begin with, so yeah, hopefully there's nothing. I don't think there's anything like, you know, sitting out or developing right now. Justin, if he's still here, might be able to confirm if that's the case. But I don't think there's any systems forming at the moment, so we might be all right. All right, 15 minutes, not too bad. We're getting there. Departure should be relatively quick today too, which is nice. Sometimes they're really spaced out. You know, like Carnival go like 3:30, then you'll get like not another ship until like 4:30, things like that. So 4:30 and 5 o'clock are pretty much back to back in that case. By the time Star gets here, it should be roughly 5 anyways. So MSC, usually on a day like this, MSC's off the dock by the time Star even gets here, so should be relatively quick. I saw, let's see. Maybe we'll get the horns again. I hope so. It seems like the captain maybe has switched around, so hopefully we do get the stars. A lot of the ships have been doing the horns more often lately, which I really like. When I was here last weekend, was it last weekend? I think so. It was basically the same, but at Carnival Vista, and all 3 of them did their horns, which was great. But yeah, I saw Disney Wish is leaving too. She's gonna. So the way it seems like it's gonna line up is that's roughly the time when the ship after Disney Destiny comes out. Yeah, I noticed Seashore even does the horns now, which is crazy. Seashore has never done, MSC in general just never done horns coming out of here, so I love to see it. Makes for good content.
Wars 1, Sigma intruder. Yeah, can we all secure if y'all want to come on alongside us? Copy that, heading over.
Really? Disney Magic or Carnival Magic? I know Carnival Magic's out of Miami. Disney Magic, I've only seen her like 2-3 times since she's come down here, but I've only heard her do the horns like once. I only hear it in Nassau. Okay, yeah, Disney Magic. That's what I thought. But yeah, I've only heard her do the horns. I think she only has one. And it's the When You Wish Upon a Star, if I'm not mistaken. All right, chat. A little over 10 minutes to go. Star does kind of take her time getting off the dock, but that's okay. We're almost there. Just one, yeah. Treasure has like 20. Treasure never does her horns. It's really disappointing. When Treasure does do the horns, it only is like maybe 2. But with the amount that she has, she should do them like the whole way out of here. Yeah, Wish does. It's so funny how different Wish and Treasure's horns are, because Wish are like much more like high pitched, and Treasures are tuned much better. But Wish does horns all the time, and Treasure never does them. Wonder how many horns for their Destiny. I bet you it's pretty much the same. What would be cool is, because I know they're going for more of a Marvel theme on Disney Destiny. Disney Destiny will be here first week of November, by the way. She's coming in really briefly into Port Canaveral first before she goes down to Port Everglades. So you guys heard it first. I don't know if that's public, but it is now, I guess. But she's more Marvel themed, and she's got Spider-Man on the back. So I wonder if they're gonna do like the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, or whatever it is, the Spider-Man theme song. That would be super cool. I don't know why Disney Destiny's coming in here though. She's here for like, I think it's the 7th through the 9th. I'm pretty sure. But then she goes straight down to Port Everglades, as she should. All right, I should probably get my camera stuff ready too. I may not be eyeballing chat as the ships go by, but I'll at least talk to you guys. and kind of hear what goes through my head as these ships go by. Oh, you're kidding. I don't have an SD card in here. That's not good. You know what? I may have a saving grace here. And I may just pull it out of my GoPro. Because I have the adapter, thank God. Alright, well, now you see what happens here. That's not good. Do I have an extra micro SD? Get a behind the scenes look here, chat. Where's my, there it is. All right. There's just not going to be any GoPro time lapse as the ships go by this time. So hopefully it doesn't corrupt any of the files being between two cameras. I don't think it should, but what in tarnation? What's going on, Coop? Destiny has Grim Grinning Ghost. Oh yeah, Treasure has those. Those are like the best ones. Grim Grinning Ghost is like the best song for the horns. What time Star throws lines? Honestly, it should be probably within the next 5 minutes. She's scheduled for 4:30, so usually sometimes they'll drop lines a couple minutes early and push off at 4:30, and sometimes they drop the lines at 4:30. But she's pretty consistent, at least with her 4:30 departure times. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. For everybody who's just joining in. It seems like this is going quite well, so if so, I will continue to do this in the future. All right, this should work. All right, I've been saved. I just took the SD card out of my GoPro instead. Yep, right on time. Yeah, I only started about 20 minutes ago, but yeah, 4:30 for Star, and Seashore is at 5 o'clock, so they're pretty much back to back today, which is nice. How am I doing this? Like, no, I'm right here. No, so basically I've got my iPad set up on a tripod, and I'm pinging my phone's hotspot. So yeah, I'm pinging my phone's hotspot and streaming it straight from my iPad. So I'm sure the quality could probably be a little bit better, but for something I threw together last second before leaving today, it was not too bad. It's working. I guess that's all that matters, right? But where's Dimitri? Dimitri and Justin were in the chat. I don't know if Dimitri's still here or... Went on Seascape for a 3-night voyage after the... Oh, I loved Seascape. I went on Seascape back in May. She was a great ship. I don't know why everybody hates MSC. I think it's good. I don't think it's anything like over the top fantastic like Royal Caribbean is, but I think it's good, especially for the value. The only downside is the free food isn't like the best, but it's decent. But these specialty dining experiences on MSC are like phenomenal. So, like, I'm going on Grandiosa in January, and I'm making a point to get specialty dining for 2 of the 3 nights on that ship, just because, you know, their specialty dining options are very, very good. Especially the steakhouse and hibachi are like the best. Exactly. That's.
Star of the Seas is preparing to get underway from cruise terminal number 1, heading outbound for sea. Concerned traffic come up on zone 12.
There's the Star.
True to call, can I report on board the Star of the Seas? Star of the Seas is preparing to get underway from cruise terminal number 1, heading outbound for sea. Concerned traffic come up on zone 12. Can I report on board the Star of the Seas? Star of the Seas is preparing to get underway from cruise terminal number 1, heading outbound for sea. Concerned traffic come up on zone 12. This channel, Star of the Seas.
Sweet. All right. Cool. So yeah, Star is getting ready to drop lines, so she should be off the dock here probably the next couple minutes.
Just dropping lines here on the Star of the Seas, cruise terminal number 1. You're outside of the channel as of right now, is that correct? Roger, cat, wires are down. Okay, very good.
I think they're doing some dredging.
How close to the channel are you guys? You guys right on the board?
They're doing some dredging, so they're making sure the dredgers are out of the way. What is that radio? It's basically just like a generic marine radio that you would like take out on a boat with you.
35 feet out of channel there, Cap.
But basically I can tune into the pilot channel basically, which is kind of nice. Just don't talk into it because you'll get in some big trouble. But you can listen to it all you want. Parks with Twisted Sisters, Stephanie and Tori. Hello, how's it going? So Hey, if you guys like this, I will completely keep doing this. I honestly, I just threw this together, so hopefully maybe like next weekend it'll turn out a little bit better. But I'm glad it's turning out pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing how, things go. I'm glad my audio's working well. Let's see. Okay, yeah, well, I'm only at like 87% battery on the iPad, so this is perfect. My only concern is that on a windy day, and it's kind of windy today, which is making it shake a lot. Yeah, exactly. Just wait till a full ship day. We're gonna have 6 ship days basically every Saturday and Sunday, basically the entire winter, like late November, early December, all the way through like April to May is gonna be 6 ships both Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, hopefully we can keep doing this. It seems to be working out pretty well. Hopefully I can kind of improve it as I continue to experiment with this. It's way more interesting than the Jets game. Yeah, unfortunately, as a Dolphins fan, I can kind of understand where you're coming from there. No one cares about shake. Yeah, that's all that matters then, right? Stu, MSC is on your list because of the value, and the ships are not ancient. Exactly. Like all the ships that they're putting here in North America are new ones. It's not like they're putting like, Lyrica or Musica or stuff like that in the US. They're putting usually the biggest and the better ones. Like Seashore and Seascape, fantastic. You're in Texas, right? So you're getting Seascape soon. That's going to be a fantastic ship out of Texas. I've already sailed on the ship, so I didn't really have any, need to go out there for it. But I know that the agency that I'm affiliated with now, they invited me out for a preview of Seascape when she's out in Texas, like a stay overnight. But unfortunately, PTO said otherwise. Oh, okay, sea area, okay. That's just your closest port. That's cool, though. November 30th. What's November 30th? Is that the first 6 ship day here? Star of the Seas departed. She is dropping lines as we speak. So she is not departed yet, but she will be very soon. We should hear the horn go off as she pushes off. Going down to Fort Lauderdale on the 16th. Oh crap, the 16th is... I think I'm on Grandiosa that day. If I'm not mistaken, I'm on Grandiosa that day. I'll have to double check the dates, but I'm pretty sure. If it's a Thursday, then most likely. Sky Princess, First Day, Star, Carnival Venezia, Norwegian Premium Seashore. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Cruz and Mimi, hello. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alrighty, just a few minutes away. We are almost there. Yeah, she should be coming anytime soon. Any second. Lightward, another one coming. Hey, I mean, it's not like we haven't cruised already together. I mean, it could easily happen again. You should come on, Coop, you need to come on Harmony with us. I know it's a while from now, but you should definitely come on Harmony with us. Whereas MSC Grandiose is sailing out of here. She's coming in December, mid-December. She's coming to home port here for the winter season for this year, and then when she comes back the following winter season, she's going to stay year-round, and then shortly after that, we're getting World Atlantic. Harmony's on the radar? All right, good. Good answer. That would be awesome. Yeah, we need to get on... Oh, actually, Star is off the dock. Star is, in fact, off the dock. Just hard to tell. She just started pushing, but yes. She is schmoovin'. First 6 ship day is November 15th. Ooh. Ah, darn it. I'm on Wonder that day. First world problems, I guess. I'm gonna miss the 6 ship day because I'm on a cruise. That's not the first time though. I think that was back in 22. There was a 6 ship day here and I was on Symphony, or I was getting on Symphony or something like that day. Yep. Oh yeah, she's well off the dock now. She's kind of centering herself in the channel now. Oh yeah, dude, Star was awesome. I'm glad that was so cool getting to surprise you on Star too. Like it completely worked out. Exactly as intended, it worked out. I don't know why they didn't do the horns. They're technically supposed to as they come off the dock, but I guess not today. Come on, Captain. We gotta hit those horns. She kind of takes a while to get off the dock, but when she centers herself, she'll come moving up relatively quick.
Good afternoon. Is it all right if I stay to the south? See you starboard to starboard today? Starboard to starboard confirmed. Appreciate you coming up.
Oh, I think that's a fishing boat. There's a good chunk of you guys here. Awesome. Love to see it. Love to see it. Is there anybody here that's actually on Star or Seashore? Finally going on a cruise with MSC Eurybia. Oh, I love that ship. I want to go on it so bad. I love that that's like the only one with the artwork on it. Alrighty, Star, come on. Let's give us a show. Hopefully she does the horns. I'm hoping so. I'm not too convinced anymore. Oh, in Dubai? That's really cool. Hopefully, we can go on Star next year for 24th birthday. Ooh, that's cool. That's a great birthday present. Anytime you can go on a cruise for your birthday is perfect. Actually, Star was like 2 days after mine, actually. I went, so my birthday is the 14th of August, and I went the 16th was my cruise on the maiden voyage. So that was really cool. It was like an indirect birthday. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes they do them, and sometimes they don't. For some reason, I know like when I sailed on Star, they just like never did it. But they did it last week. They did like the 3-horn salute. Can't believe I forgot my SD card for my camera. Usually I do it with my big DSLR camera, but not with my actual camera that I film with. It's kind of disappointing. But at least I saved myself. 70 people watching. Awesome. Sailing next week. Ooh, awesome. My goal is I should be here for that. So I'll be sure to catch you guys on stream next week. You sign that can stake in the ground. Okay, I'll have to. There's a guy that a couple weeks ago that was here, and unfortunately, it was an awesome sign, but I cannot repeat what it said on here, so I'll have to like send it to you later. But it was awesome. It was funny. Alrighty, here she goes. She should be pushing forward here relatively soon now. Coop. Did Seashore leave yet? Not yet. She is scheduled for 5 o'clock. So she should be pushing off the dock probably by the time the Star kind of reaches where we're at. Yeah, that 8th day on Legend would be really cool. Currently, I am on the transatlantic for her. Hopefully that works out. Two weeks of PTO is something I'm not confident I'm able to get off, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to do our best to go on that. But it is booked. I just, we'll see if it all happens. Oh, God. All right.
ship unit came for the lobster. Good wife, as she is, she don't even make it a friend.
Alrighty, where are we at?
Oh, the third time Tom's going to need to figure out where he's at. The guy nurse that's up here. Going to look for lobster.
Alrighty, not bad, not bad. Alright, this is working out so far.
We have our son, we can all go stay with our son, so that'll fit.
There's a group of people that are like just barely in the frame here, or barely out of the frame. Hopefully they don't step any further into the shot here.
What's up in the big windows up front?
Yep, there they go. Oh, you're fine. All right, there we go. Cool. Back to back on Seashore in November. Ooh, very cool. And then right on the stars. Ooh, nice. That's awesome. All right. Dang, we got like almost 90-something people in here. That's awesome. Want to Star of the Seas August 31st, and right now your cousins are on it. Oh, tell them I said have a great cruise. I did the August 16th sailing on Star. Awesome. Port of Baltimore is cool. There's not many ships that go there anymore. All right. Where's Dimitri? Dimitri's here somewhere. Angel Cruises on Star of the Seas right now. Awesome. Have a great cruise.
Can you rid it yet?
Have a great cruise. All right, now that the ship's coming by, I may be slightly quieter, but nonetheless, you guys should have a good view though. Next to the anchor. Okay.
Who's your good rock? Who's your good rock?
There we go. Well, that was cool, chat. There definitely has to be a different captain on board because they haven't been doing that for a while. See if I can switch to the wide angle. Ooh, perfect. That's the money shot right there, chat. Hmm. There we go. There we go. Switch back. There we go. Boom. People we got watching. Very cool. Sorry, I'm definitely behind on chat right now. Sweet. All right, welcome in everybody. As the ship goes by, I'm filming with a separate camera, so I don't have my eyes on chat right now. But everybody that's joining in, welcome in. Ooh, I just fell. I swear these rocks are gonna kill me one day. Okay, so I definitely heard somebody screaming Marco. That's so funny. That's so cool. Captain changed 1st of October. Oh, nice. All right, zoom in on the ship just a smidge. How about that? Oh, that's too close. And that looks like duty. All right. There we go. That's looks like a potato, but not bad. All right. Seashore's scheduled for about another 10 minutes. So very nice. Let's see if I can catch up on chat here. Alrighty. Cool. Well, there goes Star of the Seas. Next up is the Seashore. We'll keep it. What happened to audio? Testing. All right, is it working? Hopefully. There we go. All right, that's better. I don't know why I kept trying to connect to my headphones for some reason. All right, cool. I'd like to see her in person. Go in the person expect. Yeah, it's so weird because dimensionally they're about the same as the Oasis class, like size wise, but for some reason some reason the Icon class just looked 10 times bigger right next to them. Or I guess not right next to them. Like they look relatively the same when you look at them next to each other, but seeing them separate, for some reason the Icon class just looked so much bigger. All right, let's see if I can get one last shot of them going by. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the iPad wanted to take over my AirPods. Alrighty, there she goes. We're gonna spin ourselves back around. Oh, that is some rough looking image quality there, but that's good, right? It's good enough. Able to catch a SpaceX barge yet? I've caught it a few times, not intentionally, but I've caught it a few times. When I sailed on Allure of the Seas out of here back in November of 23, the SpaceX barge went right by the ship as we were getting ready to set sail, which is really neat. All right, let me catch up on chat. I think there's a few of you guys that are on here, or on Star. Cool. Yeah, everybody on Star. I hope you guys have great cruises. It's a fantastic ship. You guys are going to have an amazing week on board that. It is by far my favorite ship that I've ever been on. Spinning around to the Evo class. Yes. Seaside Evo class. I do need to actually try the regular Seaside just to see how it compares, because I've done both Seashore and Seascape, but not Seaside. So, yeah, looking forward to when this place gets a little bit busier. Let's see what we got.
Swing to stop it.
Yeah, keep it swinging so I'll get both you guys off. We're gonna need a little bit to it.
I have no idea what they're talking about. All right, Seashore should be dropping lines any minute now.
Colonel, go ahead, Cap. Hey, Cap. Looks like you're pretty far away from the channel, but just giving you a heads up, we're going to be swinging these cruise ships out of the channel to the south.
Okay, roger that.
Security, MSC Seashore, preparing to get underway from Port Canaveral, West Basin, bound for sea. Concern traffic,
Nice.
come up channel 12, MSC Seashore.
All right, she should be underway any second now, or at least dropping lines.
Security, MSC Seashore, dropping lines, getting underway from Port Canaveral, West Basin, bound for sea. Concern traffic, come up channel 12, MSC Seashore. Paul Lee, Paladin Seashore, good evening.
Cool. All right, time for round 2. This has gone really well. I'm kind of bummed now that there are only 2 ships. I can't really look it up now, but when does Mardi Gras come back? Is it next week? I think she should be back relatively soon. I'll have to catch her when she's back with all of her refurbishments. Excited for how well this stream has gone for a first time around. This is very promising. This is very promising, so I appreciate you guys hanging out today. This definitely makes me want to do this more often. So we'll try to mix it up as we can into different ports, but you know, Canaveral's the easiest one for me, but maybe we'll try to hit Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, you know, every so often. I do behind the scenes almost every cruise if you can. The 2 Evo class, Seashore, Seascape, are definitely interesting considering they are still shaft and rudder really efficient. I've noticed a lot of MSC ships still do that. I think the World class are still that type of propulsion as well. I could be wrong, but I know they have thrusters, I think forward, mid, and aft that really help with it. Because what MSC does is that they're using I think it's partially because of their cargo business, and they get probably, you know, because that's what they use on cargo ships, and that's what cargo ships use, is the old school prop and rudder, and those don't break as much as azipods do. Azipods break all the time. As we can see, I know like every single Vista class ship from Carnival has had some sort of early dry dock due to propulsion problems. The Oasis class I've seen have propulsion problems. Allure specifically, I've seen it happen a couple times. But I'm pretty sure that's why MSC does it, is because it's a system that doesn't break, and it's just, it may not be as easy or maneuverable. It's not as easy to maneuver around, but at the same time, it's much more efficient and cost effective for them because they're not having to maintenance that all the time, which I don't think all the cruise lines should follow that. I think the Azapods are still the best way to go. It's just, you know, it's just kind of the luck of the draw, you know. Sometimes it just breaks. What scanner do I use? It's just your typical marine radio. I bought this off of Amazon for like 90 bucks, but I think you have to be kind of close to the port, though, I guess, to get it to pick up. But you just kind of tune into some of the radio channels here, and you'll pick up the Canaveral pilots. All right, is she off the dock yet? I can't tell. This has been perfect so far. Like, the camera quality is not fantastic, but it's working good. And we're only at 68% battery on the iPad, which is awesome. So on a 6-ship day, leaving at like 3:30, we should be cooking pretty good. Sorry, I just mumble this to myself now at this point. I'm talking to myself is my specialty. I'm getting really hungry. It's past my dinner time. Actually, not really, but it's about that time. It's not overheating. That's good. She's definitely off the dock. I can tell. She's like kind of pushed forward a little bit now. It's good. For those who are new, be sure to subscribe. We're going to do this pretty much every weekend, I think, going forward, or just about every weekend. We'll try to mix it up with ports. Glad to have you guys in, by the way. Sounds like a lot of new people. And like the stream. Give it a like. Helps me out. Helps more people see it. Lets YouTube know you guys like it, so. Good stuff, yeah. I definitely will be doing this more often. Come on, Seashore. Any minute now. By the way, everybody that's here, the brand new Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady, I was on a tour for that just a few days ago. I got to do one of the early previews and check out the ship. I will have a ship tour, deck by deck, of that brand new ship. So if Virgin Voyages is something that you're curious about, like I was, I highly suggest subscribing and staying tuned for that. It should be around, hopefully, noonish. I say that, but I haven't started editing, but I should have it done tonight. So I should have, if it's not out by tomorrow, it should be out sometime this week. But I will have a full tour of Brilliant Lady from Virgin Voyages pretty soon here. Hello, Karen. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Falcor, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's great. You'll get early access to videos. I have a couple of videos set up. I just need to upload them, so I'll have some early videos for you. But I appreciate you becoming a member. That's awesome. I'm kind of also running out of content at the moment. It's slowing down a lot, but I have at least one that's going to go out on Wednesday that I should have up for early access tonight. So that'll be cool. But thank you for becoming a member. Can't wait to see Seashore sailing on that ship next October. First MSC. Ooh, Yacht Club. That's awesome. I sailed on Seashore back in January. It was a fantastic cruise. Fantastic ship. I did her, and then I liked it so much I booked Seascape, the sister ship out of Miami, and I've sailed on both of those already this year, and those are my first two MSC experiences. I will say, and I kind of mentioned this earlier in the stream, but with MSC, their free food options are good, decent, but their specialty dining is probably the cheapest out of anybody else in the industry, but it is phenomenal. So their specialty dining is relatively cheap compared to competitors. Like, it's about, so I'm looking at it for Grandiosa right now for January. I'm looking at specialty dining options. I'm booked on that. But 2 nights worth of specialty dining is about $80 to $90 per person, whereas like on Royal Caribbean, 1 night of just like hibachi or the steakhouse is, you know, about $80, $85 per person. So you're getting a pretty good deal. MSC is great for the price. It's very cheap, but I think they have a good value of what they have. They offer a good value. I would still say, you know, Royal Caribbean is still the peak of everything. But MSC, I think if they can kind of, you know, they're still on the upswing of things, trying to merge into the market. But I think they've got a lot going for them, especially being this early on. Cruise on Gem out of Jacksonville in February. Oh, I would love to sail on Gem. I almost did. She was out of Miami doing short cruises. I ended up going on Utopia this season instead. But Gem was one of the few ships that I was looking at earlier this year to go on. Pizza and pasta only for the free food. See, a lot of people rave about the pizza. I didn't like it. But also, I'm also picky, so maybe that was it. But I hear a lot of people love the pizza. By the way, I don't know if we've noticed, but she's off the dock. She's about to turn into the channel. Can I listen to... Sorry, I see you've had a couple chats. I keep missing it. Can I listen to cruise ships on any scanner? To my knowledge, any marine radio, I believe, should work. It's just you have to be within range. A good friend of mine, if you look up Jerry Pike Photography here on YouTube, he does a live stream of only the radio. It's just a static photo, no movement or anything like that, but he has the marine traffic radio going for Port Canaveral because he lives nearby, so he could pick it up. So if you're not, you know, within a few miles of the port, I don't know if it'll work for you, but if you're near the port and you have a radio, then it should work. Is MSC still building those mega ships to compete with Icon? To my knowledge, yes. Royal Caribbean kind of screwed them over, I guess, for lack of better terms, because they were anticipating building. So they're deemed the Constellation class from MSC. That's what they're called. They're about at 265,000 tons, which is absolutely nuts. But let me see if I can put it in here. H. That should be it there for you. Yeah, Miss Starley, she just left about 30 minutes ago. Or maybe 20 minutes ago. What was I saying? Oh, the Constellation class. So they were anticipating building those out of Meyer Turku up in Finland, which is where Star and Icon are built. But with the recent announcement of Royal Caribbean has pretty much locked up that shipbuilder, their agreement with Meyer Turku is that they get exclusive rights to build any ship for the next basically 10 years through 2036. So the only things that are going to be coming out of Meyer Turku over the next 10 years are going to be Royal Caribbean only. But that's where MSC was planning to build the new Constellation class. So my guess would be Chantiers over in France is where they're going to end up building it, just because they seem to have a really good relationship with that shipyard with all the world-class ships. They seem to be doing a lot of business with them on those. So that would be my guess. If they're going to, as far as I know, they're still going to build them, but it seems like they're finding somebody to build it, finding somebody else to build it right now. Roughly 30 minutes ago. She pushed off the dock around 4:30, so it's been probably about, I think, maybe 20-ish minutes or so. Yeah, it's really interesting, honestly. And I feel like a lot of it kind of slid under the radar that, you know, they kind of blocked them from doing that. I think Royal Caribbean sees competition. It may not be competition they need to worry about right now, but when they have a class like that coming out, you know, Royal Caribbean's like, hey, let's kind of get in the way of that. I don't think Royal Caribbean has much to worry about at the moment, but probably in 10 years, it might be a different story. MSC's growing and growing quickly and rapidly. Yeah, it was very smart on Royal's part. I'm sure MSC was thrilled when they saw that announcement. Yeah, we got some horns today, which was great. She did like the little 3-horn salute as she came by. It was like right here too. So it was fantastic. Seashore has been doing some horns lately too, which is nice. Hopefully she does them today. All right. Cool. She is underway. Seashore gives us at least 5 to 6. I hope so. That would be awesome. I will book another MSC cruise if she does 6. You've heard it here first. If she does 6 today, I'll book another MSC cruise. I've already got one. I probably just shot myself in the foot with that. They're going to do it now. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear. Hope you're all right. Car accidents are very scary. But yeah, I hope you're all right. Pretty comfortable around 160, 180,000 tons. I love the big ships. See, that's my thing. I'm exactly in the same way. So I love the Oasis and Icon class. They're my favorites of all time by like a long shot. But there's something about the ships that are in the 150 to 180 range that are just like the perfect size. They're not too big, not too small. I've got a lot to offer without being overwhelming. Because I've been on Icon and Star, and you know, coming out into that like big atrium, it's really really nice. It's so cool, but at the same time, like there's a sense of being just slightly overwhelmed. And this is even, you know, I've been on over 50 cruises in my life already, and even then, you know, having done basically all the Oasis class and everything like that, there's still just a little bit of being overwhelmed as you get on those ships because they're so big. You like don't know where to go because you can go forward to the other side of the ship. You can go, you know, go left, right. You're looking like a, you know, a good couple 100-foot walk each direction. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that. Semi-accidents can be scary. Waiting for more info on Discovery class. I feel like we might get more news soon now that we've got that, you know, that big agreement with Meyer Turku. I bet you part of that agreement is that they're going to build the Discovery class. It's just, you know, when we see it, I have no idea. You're at Jetty Park yesterday for Mine Shift 1. Ooh, cool. I almost came out for that. I decided not to. Yeah, the Discovery class, I've heard a mix of things. It'll be interesting to see what happens out of those. Because I know they want something small because they're trying to replace the Vision class and Radiance class. That's their goal. But they, you know, every time they kind of come up with like a mock-up of a ship and kind of throw all the ideas into there that they want to do, they end up looking at something closer to 140 to 150,000 tons, which is way bigger than they want them to be. Where's my cruise partner? Are you talking about the person that I go on my cruises with, or the agency that I'm affiliated with? By the way, if any of you are interested in booking your next cruise, in the description, it should be in the description. If not, it's in my videos. But I'm affiliated with the agency cruisesit.com. They, you know, they offer incredible deals. Especially, I've noticed with Virgin Voyages, they get really good rates with them. But if you use my links that I have in my bios, then it does support the channel. So one I go on cruises with. Okay, he is down in, I guess he's back in Tampa today, but my friend Justin is who I usually go on cruises with. He lives down in Fort Lauderdale now, so he'll be ship spotting a lot out of Fort Lauderdale pretty soon. Yeah, that deal has to include the Discovery class. There's no way it doesn't. Especially when you like lock in like an entire shipyard for 10 years. That's just incredible. I mean, you can basically get out just about 1 to 2 ships per year. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Discovery class eventually be like simultaneous with Meyer Turku. Like simultaneously built with additional Icon class. Drop off the ship model, Justin. Yes, you have my Radiance model. I'm excited for that. January's not that far around, not that far away. It's kind of crazy to think about. Here comes Seashore. Yes. I love the Seashore. It's such a unique design, too. Well, sort of. She's very odd looking, and I think it looks great. Yeah, hopefully so. I hope you get your car back. I know that's... I love my car to death. I'm a car person as well. Cars are like a big hobby of mine outside of cruising, and I love my car to death. So I know the feeling. If something happened to this, I just got it like a couple months ago, but if anything happened to this car, I would probably cry. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the yacht club. I would love to do the yacht club. It's so expensive to do, but I would love to do it. Uh-oh. What happened? Stream still up? Okay, we're good. I'm watching the playback on my phone. That's how I'm reading chat right now. And it was like, oh, something went wrong. I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. Yeah. There's a sense of like, once it gets close to that like totaled mark, then it's kind of like, is it worth rebuilding? Especially like, at that point it's kind of compromised, but at the same time, like it just doesn't, there's a sense of, being attached to the car. Okay, we're cool. Yeah, she's very skinny compared to Star. Alrighty, let's start doing a little bit of filming here. Alright. As mentioned earlier, when Star went by, I may not be looking at chat because I'll be filming. But nonetheless, you can hear me at least talk to myself as I film. So, we are cooking. Oh yeah, she's a great looking ship. Honestly, I love that design. MSC has some really, really nice ship designs. All right, give us some horns today, Seashore. take it. That is awesome. Nice. Perfect. All right, let's swing you guys around. There we go, chat. Let's do wide angle. Sweet. Alrighty. All right. Sorry if I'm falling behind on chat. That one scared me. I'm not gonna lie, I jumped. That made me jump. She's such a pretty ship. Should I go on her again? Should I go on Seashore a second time? Perhaps. Let's flip the camera. What? Oops. Oopsies. Wrong button. As you guys probably saw. Oop. Sweet, we got a third today. I love it. I love to see it. Let's see if I make sure I don't fall on these rocks. I love to see it. All right, let's see if we can zoom just this smidge. Very nice. Cool. This has been really fun, chat. Yes, thank you, Captain. Thank you, Captain. You made all of our days just a little bit better. Jeez, I just fell again. I'll bust my head open at some point. There's a rocket launch tonight? Nope. That's gonna screw with my audio. I knew there was one earlier today. There might be another one tonight, honestly. There's so many launches these days, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Chat, I would say this was a pretty successful day. We got 3 horns from both ships, and that's a good day in my book. If an icon comes to Galveston, I would be honestly. I don't know if you guys will get an icon class, like a brand new one. But I think you guys will get icon, like actual icon, probably with the arrival of Icon 4, I would say. That's my best guess. I had a balcony room to yourself on Seashore 2 weeks ago for only $200. Oh my gosh, that's an awesome. So I did Seashore, I think I paid $190, and I paid $190 for an inside room, but they gave me a balcony. That was back in January, and that was 2 of us. But still, that's pretty incredible. That's a great deal. Like I said, you can't beat MSC's prices. And I think that's partially due to their cargo sector, because they can kind of just charge whatever they want, because they're not necessarily in the, dying to pull a profit here. See you next time. Yep. Have a good one. Thanks for becoming a member, and thanks for hanging out. Stream will be ending in a couple minutes, but yeah. Thank you everybody that has been hanging out today, though. This was awesome. All right, this is my last shot that I'm getting here with the cameras. All right, there we go. Time to clock out, right? I guess we'll leave it there for now while I pack up, but I'll kind of chat with you guys a little bit as I pack up my things. Yes, thank you all for hanging out today. This was awesome. I'll definitely be doing this more often. I've been hesitant, even just trying to figure out a way to do this, but I think how I did this today worked out perfect. So I'll be doing this more often. Yeah, again, as I mentioned earlier, be sure to subscribe if you're new. Welcome in, if so. And, sorry, I'm putting my chair away. Book your next cruise with my friends down in that link in the description if you're ready to book a cruise. And yeah, I'll actually have an actual departure just video, like ship spotting type video from today as well. That's kind of what I'm doing as, the ship goes by. But yeah, Brilliant Lady tour most likely tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's all. So I'll go ahead and end it here. I got to break down the tripod. So thank you all for hanging out, and we will see you guys most likely next week for some more ship spotting live streams. Now I gotta figure out how to turn this off.